All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Haikyuu, Season 3, Episode 4. Woo!
Battle continues.
Yes.
Tendo is getting fought by Tsukki.
Yeah, Tsukki is doing a counter mind game strategy on Shiro Torizawa, but specifically around Tendo, and even in some ways Ushijima.
Yes,
and it's something that's really exciting because we are now starting to see Ushijima get countered. Not hard countered,
right? And
barely even soft countered.
Yeah, like it. We managed to get a good receive on one of his spikes, and it involved 4 people.
I mean, that's how it should be. I mean, you don't necessarily always have 3 people blocking the same person, but but that would be perfect.
Right. Yeah, they brought in all their guns to bear, and it worked.
Right. I mean, but like, there's 3 people on the line, and there's 1 person who's going to receive it, so that's 4.
Yeah.
So, the specifics of this episode is carrying over into the end of the 2nd set. So we need to see who's winning this set. As to as to who wins it basically goes a lot of the tempo of this of this match overall.
Because if Karasuno doesn't win it, they're in trouble.
Yeah, things are really bad. With the team of Shiro Torizawa, we mentioned a little bit in the previous bit that they sometimes seem to have a little bit of not combativeness towards each other, but a little bit of a lack of synergy. Yeah, just not a lot. Not a lot. But maybe what will end up being their worst kind of enemy is not really Karasuno, but just maybe themselves. Yeah.
Their coach. Who knows?
Yeah, their coach is also known as a demon coach.
I mean, they're probably used to it by now, more or less. Yeah. But how used to it can you be?
That's true. I guess we'll see. So guys, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, guys, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. One touch. Yeah. One touch. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Well done, Nishinoya. Oh, yeah. Total defense. Oh. This is probably the best opening. Like, I'm really,
for sure.
It's really growing on me. No, like, all across the board. Like, Fly High is pretty high up there too, but this one... Like, I need probably 3 more episodes with it, and it'll probably be my favorite. Like, just everything, everything. It's just so good.
Like the way they showcase all the players. The way they made it like lightning struck when he's gonna hit the ball. Like, I love that look from Tsukki. Just then, of course, Hinata jumping,
flying,
8 feet into the air, however tall that was.
Oh. Yes. Okay. 22-2. Yeah. Yeah.
I love how Daichi is all like was in a pose for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
Yep. Exactly. Mobbing. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. That's cool. He calls her Yachan.
Yeah. Now it's blushing.
All right. I love it. Even people on the sideline call him Ushiwaka, you know? Is that guys?
I love it.
Oh, that's beautiful! Whoa.
What's it out?
Yeah! Yeah!
All right.
Oh! All right. Well done! I want to like frame by frame that at some point, see like how close to it was.
Okay,
Because I think it was literally on the line, like. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. We got Leon.
Sure.
Oh. Total defense. He's tall. Oh. Feint.
Nishinoya.
Feint.
Oh,
Wow!
yeah,
Daichi! Oh, Tendo. Wow. Just how righteous are you?
This could end up being a deuce. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Nice.
All right.
Nice. Okay.
Here you go, Tsukki. You got this.
Whoa. Whoa, Tsukki! Whoa.
Wait.
Oh. Well done.
Crap.
Wow.
Don't let him get this point.
Okay.
Okay, come on. Can't let him score.
Yeah. Yachi sees it.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Wow.
Feint it, yeah. Oh!
Okay. Yeah!
Yeah!
All right.
That was so awesome. Nice Liu!
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Tsukishima. Hey.
Tsukki's gonna give him a tip. Okay.
Oh, okay. And they're not letting us see what Hinata and Tsukki are talking about. Whoa!
Holy crap!
Nice!
All right!
Wow!
That's awesome!
Oh! He
Yeah! Yeah!
Wow! Kageyama! Yeah! The centers are in each other's heads. It's not good for my
I
heart.
can feel it from here. Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
He's just like, miss me with that.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
here we
oh
go.
boy.
We're fighting on set 2.
For set 2 out of 5. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's true. That was a very clean receive. Good job.
Yep. Hey!
Whoa, Tendo! Oh!
Oh.
Okay, but they get the chance ball. Yep.
Yep. Hinata versus Tendo. Woo!
Oh. 1.5 blockers. Yeah! Tanaka! First class decoy. Yeah! just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, Hinata.
You weird.
Yeah, Kageyama. Ah. Timeout? Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because if they take this set, they have so much of an advantage.
Right, yeah.
Whoa! The way that moved! That was so cool! Shiratorizawa! Shiratorizawa!
They have a cameraman even on the timeouts. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Dark horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Ozzy's a player to get people to look, you know. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Wow. Just back and forth.
How long will this go on?
How long will this go on? Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm worried.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Good job, Asahi. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wow.
Ouch.
Dang.
Oh, man.
He's like their Suga, basically. The one that came in.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. No, Kageyama's gonna make it work.
Oh!
That is it!
Yeah! Oh, yeah! I love how fast that fluid that was. It was just, Yeah, logic doesn't work.
He's like, oh yeah. He's like, you see these muscles? Those are real.
Oh yeah.
My heart, this is so good.
Sexy.
Breakthrough.
Good job, Nishinoya.
Oh. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Wow! Oh. He's so strong.
What?
Ha. Not a chance. Oh, man.
Ah.
Okay, the setter. Oh, all
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back and forth. This is an endurance match. Endurance match, Jacob. Okay. Whoa. You're killing me, Haikyuu. You're killing me.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Oh. Oh. Okay. In terms of overall effectiveness. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh.
This moon's going cold.
Yep. One touch!
Alright!
One touch! Yeah! Yeah!
Oh!
Wow! Yeah!
That's right!
Whoa!
Oh! Okay!
Oh my gosh, this is crazy! Alright, he's set up, he's set up.
Yep.
Now he's gonna be coming hard from the background. Here we go, here we go. Yeah! Here he goes.
Jumping from the back.
Yep.
Yeah!
That's such a good quick.
Yeah!
He almost touched the net.
Oh!
Yeah. So he had to like stop just at the last second. Yeah. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh!
Oh. Oh. Oh, the pressure. Yeah. Whoa!
Oh!
Oh, the breeze through Kageyama's hair.
Yeah!
That was his power. That was it right there.
Holy crap!
Timeout. Call a timeout. Because you could disrupt their tempo. Oh, it's the first year. He's going to be nervous here.
Maybe, but...
Oh, dang.
Okay.
That was a great serve.
Oh.
Well done, Tanaka. Well done. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay.
Give it to Daichi. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daichi.
Yeah. 30 to 29. Oh boy.
This is so stressful. Whoa. Whoa. That was a good serve.
Okay. Oh.
Go.
Yeah,
oh,
good job, Tanaka.
Well
Good
done.
job.
Wow, way to hit it. Hit it far.
Okay, it's your time, Tsukki. Your time.
Yeah. And then he rotates. Yeah! Yeah! Oh! Yeah! Oh, and then
Let us see his eyes.
Let us see his eyes. What?
Tsukki's eyes.
Oh my gosh! Wow! Like, Tsukki might have just saved the game right there.
This is his moment.
Wow.
His hands are red.
Yeah! Yeah! You're like terrified! Oh, the brother!
He's so proud.
Oh! Yep. He didn't have many options of where to, of course our boys are... yeah, he has. Oh, wow. Yeah. Scary, Tsukishima. You're scary. Well done.
Wow.
1-1, boys. 1-1, boys. You can do this, Karasuno. Mm-hmm.
His eyes almost look like Hinata's there.
Yeah. Because it was the volleyball.
Yep, it was.
Yes! Ah, the smile! Yes! You tried to. Yes!
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Guys, that episode.
Oh yeah.
I'm like actually exhausted. Like there was so much hype, so much just good vibes.
This smile on my face is not going away.
Yeah, it's just wow. Like when you have that moment where you transition from being like a fan of something to being like an addict of something, like on this level, it just gets down into your belly, and it starts expanding, and you're like, I gotta let it out. And you just, yes, it's so pure, because Tsukishima is a character that's been building up to this for a while, so we knew it was coming,
right?
But when it's here, and we don't even really give him. In the episode, they didn't give him the full audio focus for his yop, you know, of just just barbaric excitement. They focus it on just kind of the
silence of everything else.
Everything else, yeah. Oh,
I love this show.
This show's so good.
This show.
Wow. That was awesome! Like when he gets his eyes like on target and he just knows what he's going to do, he reminds me of Hinata. Like I think that's intentional. I think in some ways we're now seeing the culmination of his character development in a way that's not just through him, it's through people like Hinata and through people like, you know, Bokuto and Kuru and Bokuto's buddy, Bokuto's handler, his setter. Shoot,
I forget.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah,
but yes, how all of them have basically showed and told what it means to be passionate or to be, you know, to be like a fan, like obsessed with something that just gets a hold of you like that.
Yeah, to have it be more than just a club.
Right, have it be more than just a club, have it to be more than just a simple like activity that you do on a weekly basis or, you know, on a, you know, few days a week basis. This is something where Tsukishima not only was rewarded for his own thinking and efforts, but his team was rewarded. So,
the quiet boy became the leader.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like, yes. I don't have like really complicated words to say for this. I'm still you know, like when Tsukishima has kind of developed, what's happened a lot is there's been another character that's kind of needed to explain a little bit more of what's going on with Tsukishima, but in this case Tsukishima was actually getting internal dialogue, internal monologue. It was a lot of it through his own perspective.
Which is great because like both with how they did it in the past and how they decided to do it now, because the fact that they did it so much in the past through external observations, that gave you this removed feeling from Tsukishima. Like he was distant, right? Not fully present, right? Because he wasn't, right? You know, so it totally works. His mind was not, you know, if you were to go inside his mind, it probably wouldn't be singularly focused on what was happening. Whereas now, and the fact that they waited to do this until now, you know, communicates very clearly not just how focused he is here, but also how big of a deal it is. I feel like these sorts of things where the emotions that you don't feel often, you are more strongly swayed by. So in the same way that basically, I mean, and that's not always true, but like,
it can be,
but it certainly can be, and I think it is in this case because Tsukishima is competitive, but he doesn't usually care enough to get competitive.
Right.
So when he does actually care, there is nothing else.
And we had kind of had to assume that was the case because we haven't seen him truly put in 100%, really much at all before. In fact, if anything, there were practice games where he played at a higher level than an actual, like, you know, an actual volleyball game. And it was something where we were wondering, wait, is there something to this? But it seems like what they did is they took the aspect of Karasuno where they absorb the scavengers. They absorb other people's techniques and use them against them. And he took what he liked about Tendo's, you know, technique and stuff.
Right.
And he's like, huh, guest blocking. It has higher potential than read blocking.
Yeah.
So maybe it's flashier. Maybe it's just for that. But no, maybe it's only to be used in that very specific time.
Right.
It's just having the knowledge of when to use it versus not to use it.
Right, because for someone like Tendo, it's probably a lot more like intuitive and more of like a gut feeling kind of a thing. His mind isn't probably consciously going through all the variables, right?
Right, because that requires a lot of I would say not only brain power but also like cool collected cause effect relationship with the data you have available.
Yeah, it's more in my mind, I would say it's more likely that you can be wrong because you could then miss variables and things like that. Whereas a lot of times if you let your brain just sort of pattern match, it'll be like, okay, I get the feeling it's more or less going to be over here, right?
Right, and you might be wrong sometimes.
You might be wrong sometimes.
But when you're right, you're so right.
Yeah.
Because you moved technically before you even had the variables in place.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
And in this case, Tsukki had been setting up these variables for a long time, or at least noticing the variables for a long time.
Yes.
You know, so that 30 points into set 2, right?
Yeah.
When the opportunity presents itself, he's ready.
Yeah. That was something that I think will probably only really work that well once, though. Because what Ushijima...
the fact that it worked this time...
This is the other big thing. Yes, but this is the other thing. This was a 2-blocker setup. They didn't have
all three. Yeah.
So what in some ways Tsukishima did was he set himself up when he jumped to block to give him just enough of a middle, like a middle lane to where
that way he would go there.
He would go there because he believes in his strength, which is something. Yeah. The thing is that the force of physics with the ball doesn't carry much density, like a much mass when it goes through it. So if he just puts his hands there and makes them stiff, like...
Right, he can actually stop
Especially,
and
in some ways quite easily because the force then is redirected into a different location. So
and also just the fact that for this one specifically, the ball was closer to the net. It wasn't as high.
Yep.
So he did. Ushijima didn't have as much chance to get follow through to get the right angle and everything. Have as much have the optimal power for this shot.
Yeah.
So then Tsukishima basically is like, okay, I'll make him think I'm blocking this way. Right. That way I know where he'll be sending the ball, and then I'll just move at the last second.
And another thing with this is we now know that he was trying to work their setter, and he wasn't actually interested in working Ushijima or even Tendo, really. Like maybe in some ways he is trying to get into Tendo's space because Tendo reacts loudly and more boisterously so that it would actually give feedback to the setter.
Yeah,
It's then a more indirect relationship, but his goal was to rattle the setter. And this is something that's interesting. I'm kind of recalling Kenma. Do you guys remember how Kenma basically dismantled Karasuno back when they weren't that good, but through his calm, collected... knowing where's the best kind of place to set the volleyball almost every single time, and then introducing them to the whole idea of dumps.
Right.
But he never lost his cool in that regard.
Yeah.
This is something that Kageyama has never, perfectly got in an entire game. Like, he'll lose his cool just a little bit, but he usually channels that...
Most of the time, he's
most of the time he's pretty good, but he usually channels that into some crazy move.
like what he
did here with Hinata. That was insane.
And here's the thing.
Oh my gosh.
We've seen that kind of stuff happen before, so they didn't have to show it in slow motion, right? But it's like we know this is coming, right?
Yes.
Because they've set everything up, so we've seen the moves that happen, and we know, oh crap, volleyball, this isn't gonna work. And then we're like, wait a minute, the only way it could work is if here we go, boom, boom, does it? Hinata scores.
Yeah, he ran from the very back outside of the court's bounds because he did that save there. And then came all the way back in. Oh wait, I might be mixing up multiple parts.
I think you're mixing it up.
I'm mixing multiple parts. Yeah. But it was funny. He ran so fast. Yeah. This was something where he ran so fast that in some ways I think they weren't certain whether or not he was just going to run straight at the net and do a quick, or if he was going to do one of his little juke things again because he had just he had just faked them out with that one part where he ran Hinata and then he ran all the way to the side.
Sure, yeah.
And then Tanaka got the spike in.
Yeah. Was that the same? Was the one where Kageyama did the jump set from the back end to Hinata? Was that the same one where Hinata ran in from like the outside basically and almost hit the net?
Yes, that is the same one. That was the same one. That's the same one because he jumped so far from the back forward that he jumped basically forward and not really as far up.
Oh, right, yeah, right. Because, yeah, it wasn't just how Kageyama set the ball. It was the fact that Hinata was jumping from the back. Like...
Well, you almost have to jump somewhat... Not have to, but you almost generally will jump, like, right at the line because of forward momentum and the fact that the blockers... you don't really want to give them that much time to stop, set up, then jump.
Well, yeah, but I mean, usually you'll be like running like side to side. You won't be running like straight towards the net.
No, I kind of disagree because that's why people get more power coming in from the back because they can actually jump higher. It's easier to jump higher when you're moving forward.
Oh, sure, yeah, they might take a step or two, but yeah, but they're not going to be running.
I think almost everyone that's making the jump as a spike is at least taking like 2 steps. Like I don't think any of them are just taking 1 step and then jumping.
But that's all theoretical stuff. Let's stick on the episode. That was an amazing moment. The fact that they were able to do that, have it be so fluid, and then of course have the amazingly awesome responses and reactions of all the other people there who were just like, did we just see that? Like did that really just happen? You know? That's like...
Well, it's something that Shiratorizawa... They are a realistic volleyball team, I think, in a lot of ways. They have some gods of like incredible skill on their side, but they just do all the things really well. In a lot of ways, they remind me of Nekoma as a team, but they're showing, in some ways, how they're very different with having people like Tendo on the team, a powerhouse like Ushijima, and then having their setter... Shirabu, who is getting rattled because he's used to probably a pretty easy, consistent outscoring of points from Shiratorizawa's angle of things.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jacob, they are at the point where they each have a set. This is the Karasuno's game to win.
Right. Well, like, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. Before they actually, you know, back in season 2, right? When there's the whole idea of them going up against Shiratorizawa.
Right.
There's a part of me that's like, okay, I kind of don't want them to win. Because,
I see that.
Because we hadn't had the buildup of Shiratorizawa at that point, and Shiratorizawa had so completely destroyed Abujasai that it's like, all right, would it feel earned, or would it feel like basically the thing that had been built up ended up just being sort of cheap in the end, right? But
it can all be built up within the game, too.
Well, yeah. But you know, it's we hadn't had that happen before because it was generally things, you know, like Abujasai had been built up before they actually got to their
right. It was that Ushijima had been built up. Right. Shiratorizawa had not.
Exactly, and they had, and the whole point of Shiratorizawa is, you know, that they had been talking about is that yes, Ushijima is amazing, but it's that they're all amazing.
They're all amazing. You know? They're all a bunch of oikawas. Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, the oikawa basically is just like, oh yeah, we would be okay with having you on our team, kind of a thing. You know, like
you mean Ushijima would be okay with having oikawa on the team?
Sure. Yeah. However you want to call it, But the things that they did in this episode, make like all the crazy plays, making the set go super long. Like having the set go super long in this one, I think, is genius because it's basically setting up the whole idea of this is going to very much be a stamina match. Not just the fact that it's a 5-set game, right? But like that they had the second set go long, like, and they already were dealing with the idea of Shiratorizawa's players starting to fray. So I think this is going to very much be one of those attrition games that you've always wanted.
Oh yeah. Like, I know it's a 5-set game. So like when you think about the physicality involved with these types of volleyball matches, I see multiple people hitting like their fatigue like 4 sets in, like hitting their fatigue limit. Like they hit their second win sometime in the 3rd set or whatever, but they hit their fatigue limit in set 4, and they just start being tired.
Yep.
And this is something that's crazy, guys. Like, when you're tired and you keep pushing on, there's this insane, just like ignoring your body kind of feeling that you get.
Yep.
And you end up pushing past your limits, obviously, because you probably haven't, you haven't experienced this before to this extreme. Sure. But what ends up happening in a coordination side of things is you get really sloppy. And one of the things that I'm excited for is people like Hinata, people like Kageyama, people like, in some ways, complete opposite, people like Tsukishima, having either just the limitless amounts of energy or just the knowledge of how to utilize their energy. I am so excited for these 3 first years, like, specifically.
Yeah.
Because we've always known in some ways that this was kind of a team about building up the first years. Like, kind of introducing them to the whole team. This whole show is kind of a thing of like, hey, we have some new first years, and that's going to change up the way our team works and stuff. But I think it's also about how the first years rub off on each other. Yes. And this episode brought up something that I think is really, really interesting. Now, Tsukishima's brother calls Tsukishima K. Now, he said that he noticed K was acting a little bit off. Yeah. A little bit different. And Yachi was being awesome and explaining like how it is the way, and he's like, wait, does Tsuki have friends
other than Yamaguchi?
Yeah, other than Tadashi and stuff. What I think we're going to end up finding out is how much Hinata has inspired Tsukishima. Because when we look at the way that Tsukishima acted in this episode, there were a couple moments where he kind of apologized for... Not really apologized. It wasn't that. It was that he kind of was like, oh, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Right, he brushed it off, or...
Right, yeah, Tanaka came up to him and was like... Tanaka came up to him and was like, hey, that block, that one touch was really good.
Right.
Yeah, it was a one touch. And he's like, well, Hinata was the one that saved from the back and stuff.
Yeah.
And something that like Tsukishima has always kind of done is he's shown how much Hinata kind of pisses him off.
Yes.
Like, this is the thing. When Tsuki gets pissed off, though, I think that's him getting actually into it. Now, this is where he's changed. Is that
I see that.
He got pissed off a little bit at Ushijima just having, just easy
Ushijima.
And he's just like, you know what? This kind of just ticks me off. Like this should not be this easy for you. So he starts to figure out his way to dismantle the team and stuff. But I think if we go back to old Karasuno and points where Tsuki is just like, ugh, people like Hinata just kind of piss me off and stuff. And then he's now saying, go crazy, you
weirdo.
No, he said like, go wild, you crazy duo. Basically to psych out the other team and stuff.
Yep.
But this is something where I think he's now cluing in as to like why he was pissed off at someone like Hinata. Is that he recognizes that he won't invest that much energy. Tsuki won't invest, like, he realizes in himself that he won't invest that much energy into the sport. And Hinata is doing that constantly for no reason. But this is the first time now where Tsuki has just gotten into volleyball. Yeah. And now I think he's going to be that person where Hinata's going to have his work cut out for him with how into this game Tsuki's going to get. And they're going to end up like tugging on each other for needing like emotional energy and like bolstering and encouragement and stuff.
And of course, Tsuki will probably do it in a very different way than in a very Tsuki way
for sure.
Because like one of the things that they keep bringing up with Tsuki, and I really like how they're using this is that Tsuki's petty.
Oh yeah,
like he's very petty.
Oh yeah.
So like the whole thing that you said about like him getting excited when he's pissed off, it's because that gives him energy. Oh yeah. Right? It's because it's it's not positive energy like Hinata of wanting to just volleyball and I want to play and stuff. Sunshine. He's like no. But it's rather like I want to tear them down. I want to take that smug grin on their face and just wipe it away. Yeah. I want to have them be looking up at me with like anger, while I just I just smirk at them and like, I beat you.
Yeah. And we've already seen an example of Tsukki doing his version of bolstering, where he was like, well, if you're a middle blocker, then you can do it too. Yeah. And then he's just like,
And I love that, I love that smirk, the smirk that Tsukki showed right there, because here's the thing. There's the smirk that he gives to other people when he's like, I beat you, right? He didn't, but we didn't really see that here. We didn't, and they specifically did not show his eyes. I was hoping they would, but they did the whole reflection thing, right?
Yep.
But instead what they did is they had him show that smirk to his teammates.
Right.
And that communicates something completely different.
Oh, yeah.
Because then it's not something of, I beat you.
It's like, look what I can do.
It's like,
or look what I did.
I did good.
I did good.
I did good.
And as a team sports player, like, one of the best things is coming back to your line with your team there waiting for you. And I'm like, I did good. And they're like, get in here. And then it's just like, And there's this smug aspect of it where you can end up having that be a negative thing where it gets in your head a little bit. But there's another part of it where it gets you to have fun. Right. And this is the thing that's weird about competitive sports, is there's this addictive, like, fun aspect of destroying the other team, and not just beating them, but like Tsukki style, or maybe even like Kenma style, like systematically like chipping away and watching them just kind of go, and falling over. And it's just, it's so addictive. It's
To quote 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, wow.
It's not hatred, it's the desire to annihilate.
I'm just saying, in Tsukki's instance, I totally understand that just smug aspect of,
because
I destroyed them.
And here's the other thing, too. They're taking basically Shiro Torizawa, specifically Ushijima, the unbeatable one, right?
Right.
And we're bringing him down to our level.
And it's something that a first year is doing.
Yep.
And this is something that I don't know if Shiro Torizawa gets all the rosters and stuff, but I assume that they got to at least know which numbers are first year, second years, and third years.
Oh, sure.
So they go, that tall first year. And I think they've said it in a couple of the episodes and stuff. But when this happens in a team sport where you can't have contact with the other team, really, you can't, you're kind of separated. There's a boundary that separates you right there.
There's a wall there.
There's kind of this eye staring contest thing that happens,
throwing shade at each other,
where you basically, I mean, you can speak words, and Tendo did that. Tendo did this.
Oh yeah,
he was trying to get in Hinata's head, Tsukki's head, and Kageyama's and all that. But there's this other aspect where you don't speak, and you just kind of look at them. And I'm telling you, it's one of the weirdest things to see from the outside, because you're like, holy crap, it's like they want to kill each other. Like, what is going on? It's like, no. This is all the mind games. This is all of what's going on and stuff.
It's just the field of battle.
And the other part is when you cheer for your team, or when you get excited about your own accomplishment, and you really belt it out, and you let it drown out all the surrounding sounds there. It's one of the best things, because
says the king.
yes. But like, when I've gone for a score and I catch it, in the end zone and stuff, and it's just scream out like a Tanaka scream, the other team is just kind of like, you kind of see them like their shoulders kind of tense up just a little bit, and it's just like, yes.
You're marking the air.
Right. Tanaka, this episode was really good. I just wanted to shout out Tanaka in a lot of clutch moments where he either got a point when he really needed to tie things back up again with the way he was spiking and stuff. His receives like way out there.
Like there were so many points where like they were receiving it when it was out of bounds, just to get it back in.
It was a definite full 6 Karasuno effort, or full 7 even, if you will. Because of the swapping with the Tsukki and Hinata and stuff.
But there were a lot of good points where they like I think one of them specifically was the one where like it was like Tanaka and I think someone else, maybe it was Hinata, I don't know. But basically, multiple people had to do it just to get it back into their area of the court.
Yes.
So that way they could make it a chance ball, right?
Right.
And then on the other side, like they blocked it, but then the other person was able to receive it and stuff. And it was this great moment of seeing all the different players basically be like knocked out of commission from the standpoint of this point, right?
Right. They all had to do things differently because
yeah.
of the way the whole point was being set up.
And it was like frenetic. It wasn't just that they were doing something and it's like, oh yeah, this is what we always do kind of a thing. It's like, oh no, they are laying out, they're diving for it, they're giving their all, and that's just enough to make it able to keep going. It's like,
so good.
This show is hype.
Tendo had a foot block.
Yep.
That was insane.
And of course, you know, they don't spend too much time on it because that's not that big of a deal anymore.
Like, did it first.
Yeah. He did it before it was cool.
Yeah. Oh man, it's really crazy how nowadays I think with where Haikyuu is at, the thing that hypes us up the most is rallies.
Sure.
Or let me grammar right. They're rallies where just back and forth, no scoring, or a big character moment for people that have kind of been, I would say, put more in the background in terms of actual execution of their big moments. Like Tsuki's big moments have been kind of quiet up until now.
Yes.
And his now was the loudest quiet moment in Haikyuu we've probably ever had. Like the way they used the sound there to focus on really I don't know. It was weird because it was like everything was muted, but then also we heard him scream, but it was also
that was
dulled.
Right. Well, but leading up to it, everything was just there was no sound.
Right. There was no sound,
which was a great way to build up to when then.
Right. They did a little bit of flashback stuff, but he's had his moment, guys.
He has.
He's had his moment.
He has.
And
Yep.
And the really cool thing about this is that I was worried that he was going to have his moment near the end of the game.
Yeah.
We have three more sets.
Oh yeah.
Of him getting to enjoy volleyball, and like. If there's anything big that can happen this game, like if there's anything huge that can happen this game that I really want to like throw out there as happening, is I want in some ways for Hinata and Tsuki to connect, but also I want kind of a Kageyama and Tsuki to connect kind of thing. Okay. Basically, Kageyama noticed in this first. Like, he was like, wait, did Tsuki do that intentionally? And here's the thing. Kageyama really respects people that are giving, like, their all into it. And yet he's also one of the slowest to give out praise.
Absolutely.
So if Kageyama gives praise and Tsuki receives it, and they both get excited...
my
heart! Like, I'm actually, like, really surprised that... I don't even know how to say this. I'm really surprised that, like, they all kind of saw what Tsuki was intending to do, but...
Well, I think it was because Tsuki said, "Oh, the only reason I was able to work was because because of the setter messing up and all that stuff, because of everything that you guys did,
Right, I have to go back and check the order of things, but there were people, I think, that saw that as being a thing before he said anything. I'm not sure, but just...
One other thing that was amazing this episode is Tsuki complimenting Kageyama, not just the duo of Kageyama and Hinata, but complimenting Kageyama as the king. Like that.
It's like, hey, you go, king.
I love it because there's the part of it that's like, is there some snarky sass in there?
Well, he's calling him
possibly.
king.
He's calling him king, but
kind of.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. One of the ways to basically figure out what someone, certain aspects of how someone thinks, is to look at their comedy. Because usually there's some element of subconscious, truth to it, right, in their minds. And the fact that Tsuki called him king Not when he was talking out loud, because then that would absolutely, you know, that would be more of just an intentional thing to get on Kageyama's nerves. But the fact that he said that, or thought that, in his head, that means that there is legitimate, like, respect in being like, yeah, you're an awesome player, and I'm you know, I'm proud to be on your team, kind of a thing.
Right. I think that what we're shifting more towards, though, is the overt Tsukki communication.
Yep.
And I think that he's, for the most part, been annoyingly aware of how good everyone else is on the team.
Sure.
And I think it's bugged him, especially in Season 2, it bugged him when everyone else started improving and he was realizing, oh... I'm not.
Yeah.
And also, I don't have any desire to.
Right. Because, all these people trying so hard.
Like, why are they so into this club kind of thing?
Yep.
This is just a high school club. What's the deal here? And now that he's had his moment, and that he, like you said, the quiet one became the leader, he might just lead Karasuno to a victory here. I'm just saying, like, I think what we predicted was that it was about, like, 90-10 if it was some kind of stupid high percentage if Shiratorizawa won this set as well.
Right, that Karasuno would
almost definitely lose.
Yeah.
Now, like what we had prior to that, I think was I was at what 60-40. Shiratorizawa was going to win before the set was over.
Oh,
were you?
I was at 60-40 that Karasuno would win if they won this set.
Right. But before anyone won this set, where were you at? It was like you thought Shiratorizawa was going to win, and it was like 75.
Before this set, but after that set, then it was basically into the standpoint of either they win the next one or they don't. So it was basically just the 90-10 or the 60-40.
Okay, so you can kind of do the averages between that, but
right.
But now that Karasuno has won this set, you think it's 60-40. Karasuno is going to win.
Yeah, maybe 70-30.
Wow. Yeah. Like I'm really hopeful, guys. Like I feel like we're just at that point where it depends on how they decide to run things in the next set, of course, but this is going to turn into a serious endurance match.
Oh, yeah.
Very much so.
Now,
if it does that, though, it's the question of which players on which side are going to fight on like all the way through, and will there be any substitutions? Sure. I think one of the things that could happen, this is just a thought, is which player now would be the most painful substitution?
To have, like, not be able to play anymore? Kageyama.
No, Tsukki. If you have to have someone removed because they're either tired or just overall fatigue, kind of like you're being sloppy now, like lack of coordination because of that. We've now set up basically something where Tsukki, if he ends up being removed from the game, that would suck. Terrifying. Like,
that would be awful. I think Kageyama would be a little bit worse.
No, I think it would be worse for their. I'm talking about emotional.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm not talking about for the team.
Gotcha. Yeah. because Tsukki's been having all the development. Yeah. So if they did that, that'd just be like, no.
But also that we have players in the team right now who have been given a lot of development, but could come in and help the team, like Inoshida and Suga. And in some ways, not really Yamaguchi as much.
Because he's more of like he's the one-trick pony kind of a thing right now.
Right. I just really want to see a Tsukki that gives that line that Hinata gave of "I want to be on the court as long as possible."
Oh yeah,
because he's addicted. I want to see basically the Hinata lines like actually transpose themselves into Tsukki, and he like yells them out with excitement and passion.
That would be fantastic.
Basically, I just want to see Tsukki overcome with passion, and I don't care really what context it's in.
Right.
I just want to see it because it's legitimate character development.
Yeah,
and it's the kind of thing that. This show just wrecks me with.
One of the things that I absolutely loved here, and this is another great example of the showing how Hinata and Tsukki are opposites, but also how they rub off on each other in good ways, is when everyone was basically praising Tsukki for the point, because it's an amazing point, right? Amazing, it was incredible. And he's like, it was just 1 point. And then Hinata's like, that 1 point was worth 100.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, those were, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it might not have, like, those things might not have been said exactly, like, you know, back to back or whatever.
Right.
But both from the standpoint of, you know, well, for our team, one, that gave us the set. So it almost doesn't really matter if it was just 1 point. It was 1 out of 3 that we need to win.
Right.
You know.
Did you get the connection, though, of how he was talking about how read blocking and guess blocking are 75 or 125/0?
Uh-huh.
One of the things that those point things kind of, like, in my opinion, kind of could connect to is percentages. And what Tsukki just did was gave 100% finally.
Yeah, or 120%.
Well, yeah, but like the idea that they chose to use 100 is like, that's a good thing, but it's also, I think, a subtle thing of saying, Tsukki, you've done it. You're giving 100%.
Yep,
How does it feel? And Hinata's coming in to say, like, Tsukki!
Peter, you're doing it. You're doing it.
You're doing it, yeah. How does this feel? And Tsukki just smirks and, like, instantly deflates the Hinata balloon. And he's just like, hey! Like, I mean, Tsukki's not gonna wah, yeah, wah,
oh, no,
you know,
no,
but I just can't wait to see more of this passionate side of Tsukki.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh, good stuff.
Haikyuu is an amazing show.
Haikyuu is
Thank you so much for introducing it to us.
Guys, if you want to watch the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. Any kind of Patreon support gives you access to our Discord channel, where you can chat with us about non-spoiler Haikyuu stuff, about just general story-related, whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.